Ever wondered why your heart melts at the sight of a cute baby video? Let's be honest, who among us hasn't succumbed to the charm of giggling toddlers or babies taking their first steps? These clips have become a virtual staple, spreading like wildfire across social media platforms and drawing in millions of views. From the baby's infectious laughter to their adorable antics, these videos offer a delightful break from our daily hustle, filling our hearts with joy and our faces with smiles. They've become our go-to source for a quick pick-me-up, a moment of lighthearted entertainment in our often too serious world. Yet, amidst all the cooing and awing, there's a growing murmur of concern. An uneasy question is beginning to surface, casting a shadow over the radiant world of cute baby videos. And it's high time we addressed it. But have you ever stopped to ponder about the implications of these seemingly innocent videos? Allow me to introduce you to our main character, baby Charlie. Picture this, a rosy-cheeked cherub with a smile that could melt the coldest of hearts and a giggle that would tickle even the grumpiest of souls. Yes, that's our Charlie. Charlie's story began like that of any other baby. His parents, doting as ever, started sharing snippets of his daily escapades with family and friends on social media. It was all innocent fun, the usual milestones. His first tooth, his first steps, his first attempt at babbling something that vaguely sounded like mama. But then, something changed. The videos of Charlie started gaining traction. His infectious laughter and cheeky antics were being shared and liked by thousands. It was as if the world couldn't get enough of Charlie. And his parents, well, they saw an opportunity. What started as a fun pastime evolved into a well-oiled machine. Daily life became a series of potential video moments. Charlie's every laugh, his every stumble, his every mischievous act was captured, edited, and uploaded. His parents turned his childhood into a profitable venture, monetizing their little one's charm and innocence. And Charlie? Well, he was none the wiser. His world was filled with laughter, cuddles, and an ever-present camera. His parents made sure he was always happy, always cheerful. After all, a frowning Charlie wouldn't garner as many views, would it? But as the likes and shares grew, so did the scrutiny. People began questioning the constant filming. Was it right for Charlie's parents to profit from his childhood? Was it fair to Charlie? His parents shrugged off the criticism, reassuring themselves and others that they were just having fun and making a living while doing so. Little did they know, they were walking on a thin line between harmless fun and exploitation. So, where do we draw this invisible line between entertainment and exploitation? It's a question that we can't shy away from. In a world where our lives are shared in bits and bytes, what happens when the most innocent among us become the stars of the show? Let's consider the potential impacts on a child's privacy and mental health. Imagine being that child. From the moment you're able to crawl, every slip, every giggle, every adorable little blunder is captured and broadcast for the world to see. Sounds like fun, doesn't it? But what about when the cameras stop rolling? What about the moments that are meant to be private? The moments that are meant to be yours and yours alone? Now let's consider the mental health aspect. We all know how tough the internet can be. For every aw and so cute, there's a lol and what a fail. How might this affect a child growing up? Might they start to see their worth in likes and shares? Might they start to feel pressure to perform, to be cute, to be funny all the time? And here's the kicker. These children are not old enough to give consent for their images to be used. They can't understand the implications of having their lives broadcast to millions of strangers. They can't say no when they've had enough. So who's looking out for them? Who's making sure that their rights, their privacy, their well-being aren't being compromised for a few minutes of entertainment? That's where we come in. As consumers of this content, we bear a responsibility. We need to question, to scrutinize, to demand better. We need to think about the child behind the video, the child whose laughter brings us joy, whose antics make us smile. We need to remember that they are more than just a source of entertainment. They are individuals with rights and feelings. It's a slippery slope, isn't it? Let's delve deeper into the legal and ethical implications of this issue. When it comes to the legal side, it's a bit of a labyrinth. For starters, child privacy laws vary from country to country. In some places, there are stringent rules protecting children's privacy online. This includes the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, or COPPA in the United States, which requires parental consent for the online collection of information about children under 13. But in other regions, the laws might not be as robust, leaving loopholes that can be exploited. Now, just because something is legal doesn't necessarily make it ethical, right? And this is where we get into the moral quandary of baby video exploitation. Is it ethical to use a child's innocence for entertainment and potentially monetary gain? By sharing these videos, are we unknowingly creating a platform that may have long-term effects on a child's privacy and self-image? There's also the question of consent. Can a baby really give informed consent to have their life broadcasted to millions? Some might argue that as long as the content is harmless and brings joy, it's okay. But we must remember that the internet has a long memory. These videos can stick around for years, potentially impacting the child's future. Moreover, there's a difference between sharing a cute moment of your child with friends and family and creating a brand or business out of your child's everyday life. When a child becomes a source of income, there's a risk of them being pressured to perform or behave in certain ways for the camera, which could impact their development and well-being. In conclusion, while the laws around child privacy can be murky, the ethical implications are clear. We need to consider the potential consequences before we hit that upload button. After all, children should be allowed to enjoy their childhood without it being turned into a public spectacle. The law might be gray, but ethics? That's a different ballgame altogether. So, how do we navigate this tricky terrain? A valid question indeed. The answer lies in the balance between sharing moments of joy and ensuring the safety and privacy of our little ones. First and foremost, it's essential to understand the implications of sharing baby videos online. Yes, our tiny tots are adorable, but those moments of cuteness can sometimes come with unseen consequences. It's a digital world out there with potentially millions of eyes on our little stars. As parents, it's our responsibility to ensure that the limelight doesn't compromise their security or privacy. So what can we do? Let's start by being selective. Share those giggles and gurgles with close family and friends, but perhaps reconsider posting every single moment for the entire world to see. Remember, it's not just about the now. These videos could resurface years later, potentially causing embarrassment or discomfort for your child. Next, make use of privacy settings. Social media platforms offer various tools to control who sees your content. Use them. Be mindful of who you're sharing with and limit the audience to people you trust. And lastly, always respect your child's wishes. If they're old enough to understand and express discomfort, listen to them. Their feelings matter. They may not want their dance recital or a tantrum to become the next viral video. In conclusion, it's all about balance. We can still enjoy the magic of our children's early years and share it with loved ones. But let's do it responsibly, keeping their best interests at heart. After all, every child deserves a childhood free of exploitation, don't they? So, there you have it, the fine line between cute and exploitative. Throughout our journey, we've peeled back the curtain on the world of baby videos. We've laughed with baby Charlie, peeked behind the scenes, and grappled with some serious legal and ethical implications. The key takeaway here? It's all about balance. It's about celebrating those adorable moments and milestones while respecting the privacy and future consent of the little stars of the show. It's about mindful engagement, understanding that every like, every share, and every comment has an impact. It's not about shunning these videos entirely, but rather about fostering a more responsible, considerate sharing culture. A culture that puts the well-being of the child first, always. Remember, the next time a cute baby video pops up on your feed, think twice before you hit that share button. Stay tuned for more thought-provoking content, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.